So today, as I mentioned before, I'm going to start with the mural that you see in front here. Now, before I go to the mural, let me give you a background of Museum Negara, National Museum. Now, the original National Museum was named as Selangor Museum, which is went way back. The British, when they were here, what they did, they had a group of people who are keen to do collections. People like John Klyne. There is a Klyne Street in the past where today the name is changed to Jalan Hang Kasturi, which is near St. John Cathedral. Okay, that's another story, but these are the people who were keen to do collection and keep valuable things that they found in the past. So Klyne, the Captain Harry Syers and Travers, these are the doctor. Travers Doctor is this chap is the guy who established the Kusta hospital in Sugai Buluh. Now these are the people who came together. They like to go for hunting. So when they go for hunting, they did zoological collection, and there was a taxidermist from Singapore. These are the people who established the first museum in a house. And later in Bukit Nanas, and the Bukit Nanas, actually there was a place. Palace was supposed to be given to Sultan Abdul Samad, the fourth Sultan of Selangor, but he didn't like to stay in Kuala Lumpur. Anyhow, to cut this long story short, so eventually there was mooted, and the first Selangor Museum was established exactly where today the museum is standing. Now what happened in the World War II, the B-20 bomber accidentally dropped a bomb that it's a stray bomb. It's just supposed to drop on the railway line because of the Japanese occupation, but it fell on the museum and one part of the museum destroyed. Now later in the years time went by, after we got our independent in about 1960s, so that is the time they mooted. Tunku Abdul Rahman, the first Prime Minister of Malaysia, said, okay, let's start a museum. Now this museum was built using a classical architecture that is from Alustar. Balai Besar means grand hall of Alustar. So this is the mural that you see was done by Datuk Chong Lai Tong. Now this gentleman did this mural, and this mural depicts about the history of Malaya. Now why I say Malaya, because 1962 we have not come with the Borneo Island, so it is more towards the Malayan history with excluding Borneo into it. Now let's go section by section. I'll show you. It will be a fast run through, so you will have understanding of this mural, which is fantastic. We'll go section 1. The section 1, when you see it, okay, let's go there. Now what you see here, there's a Hindu shrine. Now why this Hindu shrine was done by Dato' Chong Lai Tong is because of depicting the influence of Hindu Buddha in the beginning. Then you see the sail ships. The sail ships are moving towards a minaret. If you see, it's a bit blur there. If you see, there's a minaret. So these are the people, the Chinese, the Indian, and also the Arab that brought Islam influence into Peninsular Malaysia at that time. So the whole Nusantara, where the Indonesian include, Malacca became a beacon for the teaching of Islam in the past. So Malacca was the hub of distributing the teaching of Islam, the influence of Islam in Southeast Asia at that time. Now, at that time, Malacca was under a protection of the Ming dynasty. In 1409, when Admiral Cheng Ho was on the fleet. Now this is fantastic. At that time, the entourage which is coming from China, going towards Southeast Asia, passing the Straits of Malacca, there were pirates at that time. It was like an alien ships running around here. It was completely something extraordinary. Anyhow, when Cheng Ho was coming around here, he later brought gift to the Sultan of Malacca. Now, 3 representatives from China, which is having the, can you see the way the headgear, of course a bit blur, it is Chinese. They are bringing gift to the Sultan of Malacca. What the gift? You can see the gift. Number one, they're having an umbrella. There's an umbrella there. And number two, you can see they have something on their tray that is actually seal, pair of silver seal from the Ming dynasty, and also a pair of clothing. Now on that clothing there's a dragon depiction. Okay, these are the gift from the Ming dynasty, giving protection to Malacca. With this protection, Malacca prospered, because the protection from them, the Siam or Thailand today, did not disturb them. Yeah, you can see the dragon there. So dragon is something to do prosperity. But for the Chinese people, dragon, they are water dragon and they bring prosperity. So under the influence of Ming dynasty, Malacca became very prosperous. And then you can see there's two person fighting. This is a battle with keris. Later when we go to gallery B, we'll be able to see about different type of keris. Now what is happening between these two, Hang Tuah and Hang Jebat, engaging in a battle. So it is said that this battle went around for 7 days and eventually Hang Tuah won. Now what does this have to do? This is just trying to say internal conflict. The next part that you're seeing is the fall of Malacca. Now Portuguese had an eye on Malacca because Malacca becoming prosperous. These are the hub. If anyone can subdue and have Malacca, they actually have their hand on the throat of Venice. So they became that. Malacca became the Venice of the East. So Portuguese, after 40 days of fighting and 10 days of siege and all this thing, under the charge of Alfonso de Albuquerque, Malacca fell in 1511. And after the fall of Malacca, the Sultan of Malacca ran to Johor, and from Johor he was trying to get back Malacca, but it did not happen. Time went by and he established a kingdom called Johor Riau, and after that the Bugis, 5 brothers of Buing called Daing, came over and re-established the Johor kingdom at that time. Now as time goes by, British always have an eye on this country. Penang was first place they took over from Kedah, and then later they were looking at the peninsular Malaysia. So there was a time there was a ship attack and they did the Pangkor Treaty. You can see there's a 4 person sitting there. Now one is the Chinese, who is the secret society member, and the Sultan, Frank Swettenham, and Andrew Clark. These are the people who signed the Pangkor Treaty in a steamship called Pluto. And also you can see on top of it that is Bunga Emas. Moving forward on this mural, you can see the prosperity of Malaya. Tin was important because of civil war that was happening in America, and also French wars, and then the rubber industry picked up because of America also started producing automobile. Tin and rubber became the backbone of the economy of Malaya at that time. Now moving forward to the last part is the Japanese occupation. Now my grandma, I've spoken about the Japanese occupation. It was a terrible time. So, Japanese occupation, you can see gallery C at the last part of it, and I have taken a 360 photo shoot inside a pillbox. Now pillbox was built by the British along the east coast. The charging army, they were on the bicycle. And that's a very interesting story. By God's mercy, I will tell later when we go to gallery C. Now, and then 1957 we got our independence. So this is what the mural is talking about. And please share this video with your friends. If you're a history teacher, please you can do a quiz on this thing. What I will do, I'm going to give you a link, a 360 photo link on this description box. Go there and click. Go to 360 degrees, so you'll be able to see all around 360, up, down, every place you can see, and you can give them a quiz. Maybe you can ask them what is this picture is talking about. Okay, again, this is Johnson for virtual tour creation. If you need virtual 360 degree, and if you're a businessman, if you want to optimize your Google My Business, please contact me. See you again. Bye.